What is up, guys? Tactics here, and with Legion Timewalking returning, I figured it would be a good time to put out a little short video here, just going through some pretty simple routes for all of the Legion Timewalking Mythic Plus dungeons, in case people were interested in that sort of thing. It's not going to go super in-depth, it's not going to be super complex, because of course I'm assuming people are just kind of spamming this for maybe targeting trinkets, maybe to fill out some other gear pieces they may or may not need, maybe just for fun to fill out your box with a change of pace. Either way is just going to be fairly simple routes here that pretty much anyone can accomplish. I'm just going to go through the list here. Make sure you guys, though, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like it. And we'll start off with Black Rook Hold. First recommendation, number one thing, honestly, skip all this trash. This trash is just kind of a giant pain. It's really annoying, takes a long time, and Black Rook Hold is the kind of dungeon where literally we're W keying the rest of the dungeon and we're at 100%. So this is just straight extra percent. This is your best values to skip here, whether it's Shroud, whether it's an Invis Pot. Either way, just skip it and just go straight to the boss first. And then, like I said, we're actually just W keying up here. So you're W keying through there. Great Hall. W keying is the rest of the staircase rather. You can LOS pull these guys in here. Similar, you can LOS pull these guys up here. You can just use this pillar over here as LOS for this pack and this pack that spawns. You're going around here, kill this 3-pack all the way up, kill the boss, and then you're up here. Same deal, just W keying. You can make these packs bigger or smaller as you see fit here, but you're pulling everything from then on pretty much after you're skipping the beginning here. You're skipping these two dudes right here that kind of fight. They have a ton of health for whatever reason. I don't know why. So don't bother hitting them. But you're just going through. You can stop here in the gauntlet until these 3 dominators are dead and then keep moving. Or you can just go right through the entire gauntlet. Either works. Got the boss over here. And then you're coming straight across. And again, you're just W keying up here. Really the only thing for this specific dungeon is to kind of skip that entry area, because again, as you see, you would have like 120% or something, maybe even higher than that if you don't skip. So might as well just use those Invis Pots that shroud off the top there and just skip that really annoying, painful trash. Otherwise, you're just going straight through, killing everything you see. Court of Stars, some variants here. So this guy's pretty easily skippable with like a Sap or an Imprison. Otherwise, just take him with you up here to this pack. The Sentry, you don't want to let it touch the beacon here. And you really do kind of want to avoid as many of these Mana Sabers as you can. They're a giant pain, do a ton of damage. They'll murder people. You can kind of slide right through here and jump over this area and avoid all these big guys. Get the Sentry in this pack here with the worms. Diagonal across. Again, if you don't trust your group to be skinny, I guess, to not butt pull all these extra things, you can just pull this construct. It makes it a lot easier to deal with. Otherwise, though, just slide through. There's a beacon right here, so be careful. Up on the bridge, grab this 3-pack. You can pull these things together here. You can have someone click on these beacons. Stealthy was really helpful here. You got the boss. Of course, make sure you poison it with your alchemy or your rogue. And then you can just go through here. Alright, this guy's definitely getting pulled too. Totally add him in to this route. Insert after. There we go. He's in there now. A lot of percent. But this is kind of one of those dungeons where you don't really have a choice. You're going to go over percent. And you'll see over here in this area, like this area is kind of like wherever you get your enforcer spawns, wherever, because it's random, right? Your enforcer, your profession, all those kind of spawns are random every time you go in here. And of course you have to kill the 3 enforcers to spawn these 3 guys, which you then have to kill before engaging the boss. So what you're killing here is just a bit random. I've highlighted some things, but not necessarily this is what you're going to do. It's just going to depend on your RNG in that given run. But as long as you're 100% by the end of it, by killing the 3rd enforcer, which they give 6.25% each. So as long as that 3rd enforcer gets you to 100%, you're golden and you can go boss. And then of course there's no trash really from here. Jeweled Estate, the balconies. You do have to face this guy. He's not worth percent. So you just make sure you're 100% going into this room and you just go to the boss. Next up, we've got Darkheart Thicket. Darkheart Thicket. Okay, so got the cat pulls, of course. Very scary cats again. Cats in any of these Legion dungeons are a bad sign, so be careful. You can pull these. You can pull this bear into here. Again, it just depends how you're feeling. Pull these guys, and then there's a little ledge over here. You can run along and jump down over here and skip all this trash. So make sure you do that. You may not necessarily need to pull this pat either, right? You need it something for percent if you're going to skip this pack. But again, it has 2 cats in it, depending on where it is, depending on whether you trust your team to butt pull or not. You can skip this and pull something else later on. That's easier and less dangerous to kill, but otherwise it's in there. Then you're hugging the side here to run past these guys. Got this pack, and then the double bears. Remember, hug the wall here, and it'll start the RP. Then you just deal with this boss. You're going across here. This 3-pack, this dryad pats around in like a little circle. If you CC it when it's away from this edge, so like somewhere over here by one of these flowers, any kind of humanoid CC, any like entangling roots even works, right? That stops its movement. You're good, and then everyone can just run by. So that's something pretty much every group will have some sort of CC to deal with this dryad. So I'm leaving this skip in, and then you can just kind of drag these things on top of each other, AoE down, drag these guys into this area with all the dwellers, AoE it down. You're on the boss. Here you have these droplets and the fury. Be careful, that fury just charges and stuff like that, so it can be pretty dangerous. Just make sure you kill it all, and you wait for this guy to pat up to the top here, and you can just walk right in and fight the boss. I do recommend, again, skipping this guy. It is also possible to kind of add these to your skip and add something like these guys back here, depending on preference, of course. The bats honestly aren't too difficult to deal with. This pack is a kind of giant pain though, so definitely recommend just invising this or skipping this or whatever. However, skipping that, death running it. I think death running this area a bit was kind of common, I believe, back in Legion, so definitely something you can do still as well, assuming you get to 100% and just deal with that final boss. Next up, Eye of Azshara. All right, so I recommend squeezing left here. There are some turtles that you probably don't want to pull. It's not the end of the world if you accidentally clip one while you're grouping this up together. They're just a bit of a pain, so just be careful if you do. You can then kind of run diagonally through these packs and get over here to the boss. Get this 3-pack, then you're on the boss. And then same deal, you can squeeze your way back out and around to over here. Got your Arcanist. You do need to kill 3 of these Arcanists before the boss is active. So you kill this pack up here, and you run your way through. You've got another pack over here, run your way through, and another pack over here. Pulling these extra droplets because they are yellow mobs, so you will have to aggro them to actually, or you will have to attack them for them to actually aggro onto you. Then you do not pull this boss. You are actually moving over here, and that's because of the seagulls. If you guys remember seagulls, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But as soon as you kill the second boss, you'll get seagulls around. So don't kill this boss yet. You will want to deal with this guy before you summon seagulls. So we'll go across here. Bunch of bigger packs here with the crabs. So you got some hydras here, some hard shell, some makura, right? Yeah, makrana, whatever. With the crabs, bunch of crab pulls, all in a circle here. Then you're pulling the boss. Then you're making your way back, pulling this boss. And then I do actually recommend the skip. So there's a little boat here, and there's a little ledge here. So you can climb up on the boat, and certain classes can jump to this ledge. Now, Venthyr, any Venthyr character can just port to this ledge. So that makes life easier. So other classes that can do it, Druids can do it, Demon Hunters can do it. I think Warriors can leap it. And I think maybe Warlocks can as gated as well. I'm not 100% sure on that last one, though. But basically, if you don't have a Venthyr, or you don't have any of those people, you kind of have to go through the caves. If you do have any of those people, they just go up to the top here. They get on a 2-seater mount, and people can just ferry on to this cliff. So it makes it pretty nice. You don't have to pull all this trash. I think we're already at 100%, over 100%, without pulling any of this trash. So you would be insanely over if you had to go through the caves. So this is a best thing you can do. And frankly, you can have so many classes, and obviously one Covenant can do it. So you should be able to perform that skip without any issues. You got the boss here, and then you're just doing all the lieutenants, and you're moving on to the last boss, and that's pretty much it for that. We then have, where is it? Neltharion's Lair. All right, where's the entrance? Over here. All right, so you're just pulling all these little spiders here. You've got the one scorpion, and you've got a couple of these basilisks in the water here. Then I recommend just leave all this stuff. Same deal. There's a lot of trash in this dungeon. If you don't skip things, you will be over percent. And you just go through the water, pick up this basilisk with the 3 guys over here, jump down boss. You get over to this side, you hug this right wall, hug it so you don't have aggro this drummer or these guys over here. Pull these guys together, kill them, pull these guys, kill that drummer. As soon as the drummer is dead, you can move into this pack. Make sure the Hulk is faced away, of course. Kick the Shaper and whatnot. And then you're just up here dealing with this trash here. Don't worry about the guy in the cave. And you're fighting that boss. For this pack, you just, again, hug left, and you're good. Someone can run in here and pull these 4 basilisks with a ranged attack. They're in the water, just kind of chilling. You do need to tag all of them individually, I believe. They're not linked together, so just make sure you're doing that. And then, obviously, you just run down here. Kill these guys, boss. Got a 5-pack you can group together here, and then you can run, make your way through, kill these 2 scorpion packs individually, and then you've got the boss. Pretty straightforward, right? Nothing is too complicated in any of these routes. There's some minor skips just because you kind of have to in Legion dungeons with the amount of trash, but not too complex. Hopefully most of you guys can accomplish it. Oh, we do have Vault of the Wardens. Almost forgot. Vault of the Wardens. Also extremely simple. This is actually just pretty much a W key route. So you go right here. Could go left, doesn't really matter. I'm saying right. Got the mini boss. This looks scary, but again, the majority of these are these little belcher dudes. So you run up one side, pull on top of this pack. This is the only actual real mobs in this pack, right? These belchers are just kind of whatever. They'll die really, really fast. So you run up here with one side, doesn't matter, of the belchers. And then you just add all these other belchers as you see fit. You don't need to all pull this all at once. Just add them as you see fit. Skip this room because it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Yeah, these Furies can get a little scary. These Myrmidons. And I think it's the, oh, there's 2 different Fury ads, those guys. They can get pretty spooky, so recommend skipping that. Got this 2-pack into the boss. I would have one person run down each side of this mini boss here to pull all the imp ads, and then you just kind of leave under the boss. The percent you're looking for here is 66.7. So if you're at 67%, you're good to go. Otherwise, just let her spawn some more imps and kill the extra imps because they give percent for some reason. So yeah, infinite percent farm. So just make sure you're at 66.7% before you end up leaving this area. That includes the 4.76 that the Foul Mother brings. So if you don't count that, you want to make sure you're at 61.9% before you kill the Foul Mother. Okay, 61.9 or 66.7 with everything combined. Going downstairs, you just fight the boss. You can fight him in one of the cubbies, pretty easy, unless you get one of the bad spawns, and then you have to run to him. That's the stationary spawn, you'd have to run down to him. So you can just run down there to be safe. And I recommend killing the lady with the dogs here. This guy, very scary, soak damage mechanic. So yeah, you want to avoid him. Kill this lady, and you go and do the bosses, run across, do this other boss, run across again, so you don't have to fight this guy. Then go straight down to this Grimhorn guy, fight him. And then you go downstairs. And downstairs is pretty simple. Make sure someone grabs the light. You can just jump off here, pull this 4-pack. And there's a spot you can jump off down here as well to pull all this stuff. And these spirits will eventually teleport to you if you run super far out of their range. You can just kind of cleave this stuff down and then like tag this guy and just run all the way down here. And he should teleport a decent distance to kind of keep up with you. And then you have the boss at the end. But there we have it. Super fast, just quick routes, simple routes for all the Legion dungeons that don't have you at like 125% by the end of the dungeon. Hopefully will help you guys kind of spam some 15s, maybe get some interesting trinkets, some other gear that you guys may need. So hopefully this helps you guys out a decent bit. I know I'm probably going to be doing a fair bit of Vault of the Wardens myself to try and get a faulty countermeasure just for some damage. And if you're interested in checking that out, maybe also Mythic rating from a tank POV, make sure you guys stop by my Twitch channel at Tactics. And you know, if you have any questions about this stuff, you can drop them there, or you can drop them as a comment down below. Otherwise, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.